Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Cold One Live Show. This is the first real Cold One Live Show. We're trying a new format out, and I think we finally earned the name. So stick with us. It's gonna be a good time. We're gonna have a lot of fun. But to start, we must cover the news. So let's talk a little bit about what has gone on this past week in the wild world of video games, shall we? Microsoft announced the pricing for the Xbox Series X this week. The impressive next-generation console will debut in November at $499. Microsoft will also be rolling out the Xbox All Access plan, which allows consumers to finance a Series X with Game Pass and Gold for 24 months. Xbox Studio lead Phil Spencer was quoted as saying, "The Xbox Series X is the world's first truly inclusive console. Even the poor and the stupid can use our system at launch." Phil also included this headshot with use of any of his quotes. EA stealthily announced that their EA Play subscription service, which gives players access to a swath of Electronic Arts games new and old for a monthly payment, would now be included in Xbox Game Pass. Unfortunately for EA, even giving away access to Anthem won't actually get anyone to play it. SEGA continues to tease upcoming announcements for Sonic the Hedgehog. After a canceled panel meant to celebrate the Speedy Rodent's recent successes at South by Southwest earlier this year, fans have been eagerly awaiting the reveal of the next game in the storied series. Fortunately for our viewers, my uncle, who works at SEGA, has leaked the cover to me. Fans will be excited to learn that this new game will take Sonic in a bold direction, while staying true to the core of his character. So please join me in getting hyped for 2021's surefire hit, Sonic disappoints a terminally ill child. Nintendo continued their love of announcing games with no lead-up this past week. Fans were amazed by the sudden reveal of Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, but were left to ask, hey, where's the foreplay? Nintendo's response? You guessed it. This uncomfortable concept art. Ubisoft has said that they are moving Assassin's Creed Valhalla's release date up 1 week from November 17th to November 10th. This, of course, coincides with the release of the Xbox Series X, making Valhalla a last-minute launch title for the platform. Still, our crack team was left to wonder, why move it up so late in the game? Don't know why they did that. And that's it for the opening news segment. Let's chat a little bit here. Hang on. Whoop. Yep, I want that to go away. Hey everybody, how's it going? That's how we're gonna try and start things off in the future, is with a little bit of a late night monologue kind of thing. I clearly need some practice, but, I think that was a valiant first effort, if I do say so myself. So, cheers. Oh, that is something else. That is the blackest coffee I have ever had in my life. It is beyond the pale. Frankly, it is 90% caffeine and 10% sad. That's what this drink is. I kind of like it. Oh, Lord. All right. Let's talk about the news. But first, I have to swap over to this. Hello. Hi. I don't have a really good talk thing, but I wanted to get chat on here before we started chatting about stuff. Let's talk about this Hyrule Warriors thing. Is that not insane? I want to talk about this for a second because the idea, A, that Hyrule Warriors is getting a sequel, and B, that it is a canon prequel to Breath of the Wild is pure insanity. I do not understand where that thought process came from. God bless you, Nintendo. You keep just throwing shit at me with no warning. Age of Calamity, it looks really interesting. Let's peek the trailer here, shall we? What if I kind of just want to wing it here? What if I add display capture, monitor 2, bam. Not exactly what I wanted. Hang on. Moving it, making it better. One day at a time. All right. Thickly Tough and Dark Lumia's in the chat. Hey, guys. Thanks for stopping by. We're trying some new stuff out this week. Let's check this out, though.
The history of the royal family of Hyrule is also the history of Calamity Ganon, a primal evil that has endured over the ages.
I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago.
100 years ago, he says. Are you wearing a blazer? I am, in fact. This is my 70s talk show host look. I can't believe this. I can't believe this announcement. I can't believe this product. I can't believe that there was no warning. Well, why wouldn't you? I'm not a big Muso game fan. I never played any of Dynasty Warriors or Samurai Warriors. I played Mystic Heroes on the GameCube and hated it. But that was supposed to be, I think, baby's first Muso. But, little known fact about me, Hyrule Warriors was an absolute guilty pleasure for me. I played the crap out of that thing. It looks too regular, doesn't it?
Protect everyone.
Did that not sound like a different voice actress? Is that just me? Because that did not sound like Zelda's trademark monotone from Breath of the Wild. Maybe they recast her. I don't know that I would complain necessarily. Let's see. Played a little through Hyrule Warriors and wasn't feeling it for some reason, but maybe I didn't play enough. Maybe the voice acting will be better if we're lucky. Yeah, so Hyrule Warriors is a really interesting thing because, I mean, it came out 3 times on Wii U, 3DS, and Switch. Switch, I believe it's called the Definitive Edition, which, sure, they just put all the stuff in there. And like an extra Breath of the Wild outfit, they really went out of their way to add some value to that Switch version. But what's crazy is it has more content than like most other games that I've bought in the last 10 years. The original Hyrule Warriors. The weird adventure mode is where the meat of the content is. Like there's a neat little story mode, sure. It's dumb. It's real dumb, and it's that Link with the cool scarf, and that's about the best thing about it. But the adventure mode with the maps and the wandering around and doing the different battles on the different maps, that stuff was great. That was great. And I'll tell you, Fire Emblem Warriors, I wish it had been more of a sequel to Hyrule Warriors than just a Fire Emblem Muso game, because that game's not nearly as cool, despite being developed natively for the Switch. Let's see. This game looks bad, period. There are free games with 10 times better graphics. Why did developers try to sell us this 2003 stuff? Let me look here. I don't know. I mean, I think that they intelligently did not give us any, like, still stuff. Except for, like, the extreme close-ups on the characters. Like this. Like everything, all of the gameplay is definitely motion. Like, you got like, and like this thing, it definitely looks like Hyrule Warriors, like the first one. But I really like the Breath of the Wild art style. So seeing that they've adapted that to Hyrule Warriors is really interesting to me. I'm excited for it. I'm curious to. I don't know if I'm going to be a day one guy or not. I don't really do that so much anymore, but I'm really curious to see what people think about it when it comes in. It'd be for that prequel story. Yeah. I think that my theory is that story will probably be the main selling point, but it'll also be a fraction of what the game has to offer. I assume that there would also be an adventure mode, and like most Musou games, that kind of secondary mode is where the meat is. That's where you really start unlocking stuff. Although, but yeah, I mean, they're in a good position, I think, to capitalize on the story that they're setting up. Like the idea of taking this period, this sort of mysterious period that leads into Breath of the Wild and sets up Breath of the Wild to be the mysterious, weird thing that it is. I'm surprised that they want to dig into that. That seems very not a Nintendo thing to do. That seems like something that they would not have done ever. So that's why I'm so surprised not only that they are doing it, but also that they're doing it with Koei freaking Tecmo. I am so jealous of big Zelda fans. I like Zelda, but I'm not a huge Zelda fan. I'm a Mario guy. And last week we had the Mario 3D All-Stars was announced, and then this week this Zelda thing got announced. I'm so jealous that Nintendo lets Zelda be experimental and weird while Mario has these like super strange, rigorous design tenets that it has to stick to. Like they're not up-resing or touching work on any of those games that they're releasing for 3D. Meanwhile, this is like the second or third Zelda game that Nintendo has handed the keys to a different studio for in the past couple of years. I don't know if you guys remember that Crypt of the Necrodancer thing. That thing was nuts. The idea that an indie studio made a Zelda game. Like a real one. Not Anodyne, not It'll Do. A real Zelda game. That was nuts. Think about kids born in 2007, so technically their target audience, they don't have any nostalgia. Yeah, I mean, is that the discourse around this? I don't know. I don't really use Twitter, so I'm not really up to date on what people say about things so much as I am what the actual news itself is. The reaction part I end up missing, which, kind of deprives me of a little bit of the coverage there, but it is what it is. I'm really curious to see more of it. Again, I think the Breath of the Wild art style is really nice. I like that kind of Ghibli-esque. I actually don't know which is correct. Please don't hate me. Miyazaki-esque, like hand-painted watercolory thing. It's the kind of art style that I kind of wish Pokemon would go back to a little bit. Ghibli. the Studio Ghibli. I love Studio Ghibli. My favorite movie of theirs is Spirited Away and Orko Oso. I love those movies. But yeah, I mean, this is a real thing. There was some Ubisoft news today. And I'm really curious to see, because I saw a little bit of the reveal. Well, there's something right there. Oh my god, it's 2.5 hours. Can somebody give me... Yeah, here we go. This is what I want.
As the world crumbles, our divine powers sealed away.
I want to see what Ubisoft announced. I like Ubisoft more than I should.
Need a hero.
Okay. I wasn't expecting a James Brown Greek mythology mashup today, but here we are. I kind of dig it. I don't know why it works, but it does. Ooh. Now, if I understand correctly, this is the game that was called Gods and Monsters for a little bit. And I think it was like some of the Odyssey team ended up working on this instead of Valhalla. I'm super stoked to see what this is, because it's the impression I got from some of the behind-the-scenes stuff when this was first getting announced was that it was the people who were working on Assassin's Creed that put weird shit in it, like Anubis and Medusa and such in the last couple of Assassin's Creeds, where this was the thing that they were wanting to do, and now they got to do it. Also, I think it's funny, if this game has a female protagonist, then we need to have a long conversation with Ubisoft about Odyssey. Because that's hilarious. Oh my god. She's beautiful. She's also looking directly at that Medusa, which is, that's a no-no, right? That's a no-no. It's probably like Icarus rings, right? They look a little fake. Yeah, they look techie. It's neat.
Immortals Phoenix Rising, available December 3rd.
How is that a better title than Gods and Monsters? I think I know my genie was. If you know, you know. How is Immortals Phoenix Rising a better title than Gods and Monsters? Gods and Monsters is simple and evocative. What the hell is this? What the hell is this title? Like, I can't talk about the game because none of that was game, I'm sure. But Phoenix Rising? Why Phoenix? Why with an F? Yes, exactly. I mean, it looks great. If that's the style that they convey with actual in-engine stuff, that's gonna look amazing. Gods and Monsters sounds like a mobile. You know what? That's a fair point, actually. Now that you say that, you've put that thought in my brain. You're right. That does sound like a mobile game. Phoenix Rising. It makes me think of that Shooter Jennings album, Phoenixian, where he like did weird 90s punk mashups of his dad's country music, and it's cool, but the end. That's a complete thought. Phoenix is my furry fanfic pendant. Oh god.
Immortals Phoenix Rising, available December 3rd.
What is that? I guess it is what it is, but the game looks great.
Most people think time is like a river.
I got
It
some
flows
Yuri
swift
Lowenthal
and
in
sure
here.
in one direction. But I have seen the face of time. And I can tell you, they are wrong.
Do you think that there will be a stink that the Prince of Persia is being voiced by a white man in this game, in 2020, 2021, whatever? Because he wasn't the original, right? Yuri was not in the original Sands of Time, was he?
I saw my father turn to sand.
You cannot defeat this enemy. The sands will consume.
I mean, I guess if I don't know what I'm talking
Come
about,
with
and that's
me, then.
just the
But I
original
warn
voice
you, I
track.
move pretty fast. You'd better keep up.
What is that accent?
Prince!
I I mean, he sounds good. He always sounds good. He sounds good in everything he's in. But I don't know. I also, you know what? I want to say this about Yuri Lowenthal. Like, before whatever inevitable backlash comes his way because he's playing this Arabic dude in this game, he's a really good Peter Parker. I almost kind of think about, I think of him as like the definitive Peter Parker, honestly. Like his performance in the Spider-Man PS4. I want him to be Peter Parker in everything. In every project. He did such a good job. And I hope he doesn't catch too much flack for this. Is it straight up just called the Sands of Time remake? Is that what it's called? Wait, what was the date on that? January 21st, 2021. Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time remake. Okay, hang on. I actually want to know the answer to this real quick. I'm going to bring this up on Google over here. Prince of Persia, Yuri Lowenthal. He's an American voice actor. He's better known for his roles in the video game series. He provided the voice of the prince in the 2003 Sands of Time trilogy. Okay. Okay. So at least there's that. Huh. It says he was in Sands of Time, Forgotten Sands, and Two Thrones. So I guess I didn't know he was from Ohio. That's interesting. Yeah. It's 2020. We won't accept this white dude being a Prince of Persia. Goodbye. See you. Canceled over. Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious if that is like the original voice track or if they're doing like a new dub with that cast. Like I want to know what the story behind that. I really want to know what is on that. I want to hear some reasoning. Yeah, he does. Yeah. Yeah, let's go back a little bit here. Yeah, I don't know if it's just the lighting or what, but I totally see what you're saying. He just looks like a white guy. Like he just looks like a white dude. It's weird. That's weird. I don't know what that's about. Limited time mode. For what? What is this? Is this Apex Legends? I actually legitimately do not know. I like all the triangles though. Squad up. Okay, I feel like there was perhaps more to that we didn't get, but whatever.
Cara, você não tá entendendo. Isso é hoje, aqui. A gente tem que ir lá.
It's a heartbeat, a pulse, a distant vibration.
Okay.
It's a surge, a rush, the raw of a nation. It's nothing you could have predicted, but everything you believed in. It's nothing you expected, but everything you have achieved.
I don't know what it is.
It's nothing you could have trained for, yet everything you would have wanted. It's bigger than you could have imagined, yet everything you always needed. It's everything you achieved, everything you cared about. It's everything you accomplished, everything you cheered for.
Yo, man, give me that new age Nazi look. I got you, fam.
It's more than gaming. It's more than just support. It's sharing.
Sitting in the center here, coastline in open area. But they all know he gets taken down so quick from the defense. Through there goes on the site. It's gonna run.
Is this just a commercial for esports as a concept?
Share every moment. Share every action. Share every emotion. Share every struggle. Share every success. Every triumph. Yeah, share it with your friend, your family, your teammates, your people, your country. Share the unforgettable.
World Cup. Wait, whoa, what is that? Is that a gun? What is that? What's that? Is that Rainbow Six? Was that a commercial for fucking Rainbow Six? What? How is that a commercial for Rainbow Six? Rainbow Six. Thickly tough. I'm very happy that you asked this question. Rainbow Six was a really cool strategic shooter series that is now a hero shooter, and probably will be forever, and we'll never get another real one. But you know, Tom Clancy, well, I respect his name now. He's been dead long enough. What was the direction on that? I wonder.
How's that stuff work on arthritis?
The nanobots should help.
Oh.
But you'll pay for it tomorrow.
Well, that sounds fair to me.
Harry says you're here to whip us into shape. That true?
Let's find out.
Move out, people!
Okay, so they got a new voice actor for Sam Fisher, which I don't like. It's like I know the dude ain't cheap, but like he is Sam Fisher. He just recast it. He's a lot of what makes that character interesting. I'm not a guy that thinks any actor can play any character. I think that's bullshit. I think that a good actor brings something to the character. That's why we cast specific people in specific roles.
Oryx! What's your seed breath?
Also, I don't live in Broadway where you have to recast the same 20 people every 2 years.
How did the first lesson go?
You might want to call a medic.
R&D has set up the facilities you requested. Same time tomorrow?
That's the deal.
Splendid. Anything else I can do for you, Sam?
Yeah. Call me Zero.
Okay. So, Rainbow Six Season 5. Cool, I guess. Not only I wouldn't play any of those games, I would never buy it for my potential children. Well, I have good news. I already saw what this is, this next one, and this is very exciting. This is a joyful game. This is a good one. This is a good announcement. We're gonna watch it anyway though, because I'm pumped. Scott Pilgrim is back, baby. That game that got delisted like 10 years ago is back. It's awesome. It's the best River City Ransom game that they ever made. Oh, it's so good. It's got that Anamanaguchi soundtrack. It's got this gorgeous pixel art. It's like actually detailed and good and not up. It doesn't feel lazy. Indie developers. Doesn't feel lazy. That's going to be a good one. I'm real excited for that.
Ah, London. Our beautiful city has been through the ringer. Now it's fallen into the hands of criminal organizations vying to control whatever's left. It's all gone to shit. Lucky for us, our underground hacker collective DeadSec is here to build a resistance.
I don't like Watch Dogs.
But where do we start?
I've tried.
Look around. Hipsters, punks, football fans, construction workers, paramedics, annoying tourists, grandparents. What do they all have in common? Any one of them could become your next playable hero and help you save the city. Let's do some recruiting, shall we?
We shall.
Well, this one looks promising. Let's hack into his profile. Ah, Dan, a getaway driver.
Okay.
He has a completely custom vehicle to make for a fast exit. And ooh, an anti-chase ability, making him immune to those pesky chase drones.
Neat.
He can also hack vehicles to clear the way. That'll come in handy in hot pursuit. Let's see him in action. Or how about Eleanor? A hacker.
Tell me about Eleanor.
Useful. Thanks to her viral hacking skill, her hacks propagate, affecting everything in the surrounding area. She also can electrify enemies with her shock hack and can steal access keys without needing to enter an enemy location.
I'm really interested in the core concept of this, even though I'm probably not going to buy it or play it.
Feeling a little more artsy in
But
your
the idea that
approach?
you can like take
Teresa
control of
is
any
a street
NPC is
artist.
really interesting.
Her paintball gun gives her a
I feel like it's either going to be really impressive
and she
or
has paint bombs that can
the opposite of that. And I honestly don't know. I know what I expect, but I also know that's not what I hope for.
So how do you convince the people of London to join your team? Talk to them and find out what it takes to prove
Do a
that
side
your cause
quest
is
for them.
worthy.
Tell me what's wrong.
I witnessed Albion doing some peak shit.
These Clan Kelly guys, they've gone too bloody far. My friend's gone missing.
Don't worry. DedSec will find them.
After you help them, they will join your ranks and become the stars of your story.
Okay, but are they saying
As you
that
explore
like
London,
every
keep a
NPC will
lookout.
have that? Because
Some
I
of the
don't
most
believe it.
legendary recruits are not someone you just run into every day. Like this robotic beekeeper, Shelby. She can wreak havoc using her bee swarm. She also has a unique weapon, the Overcharger.
Okay,
The
you
suit
can create
gives her shock
anything you
immunity, so she
want,
can take
and you
more
decide to create
damage from
something
certain
filled with violence.
attacks.
Why? Because it sells. I mean, it's the unfortunate truth, but they honestly can't make anything they want. They have to make something that will
You can recruit
be
the
a
whole
good
bloody
ROI.
city if you like. Doesn't mean you should. Henry here's got low mobility, so he's not really fit for a mission that requires you to be nimble.
It's good that it
And
at
Mark,
least looks like
he's a
London.
hitman. Seems like the
That's good to
perfect
hear.
recruit. But if you're approaching a stealth mission,
That's the kind of thing I'm impressed with.
maybe you should
with
keep an eye out
open
for
world
another
games. I wish
hitman
more of
whose
them did, like,
attributes don't
recreations of
include
actual real world
hiccups.
places.
No matter who you recruit, you can specialize
I still think that
each
it's
individual
like
to complement your playstyle by choosing one of the many
the only good thing about
unlockable
LA
weapons
Noir is
and
that
gadgets
1940s
like
Los
the
Angeles
missile
that
thrower,
they
the AR cloak, the Spider Bot.
They
Yes,
really
I
went out
did
of their way
say
to build.
Spider Bot.
I feel like if all the
This
NPCs
is
have that, it's going to be a
your
lot of
team.
copy
Make it
paste.
the way
Yeah,
you
probably.
like. Recruit skillful people, adapted for various
You're going to be
types of
saving
missions,
someone's
or
daughter
build
like
widows and
17 times.
no one's here to judge. So get out in
All
the
their
streets
daughters are being
and
killed.
assemble your dream team.
Help me get my car that's been impounded. Help me get my car that's been impounded. Help me get my car that's been impounded. All right, what we got? Whoa, Jesus! All right, this one starts on 100. Oh my god. It's a downhill battle royale game. It's a steep it's steep 2. Everyone dies. Steep 100. Steep's cool. It shouldn't have cost $60, but it's cool. I think I got it for $6. I was satisfied with Steep for $6. Way after the fact.
Welcome to Riders Republic, Adrenaline Junkies. There are no
Riders
rules
Republic?
here. But what's a republic without a constitution, am I right? Here's a few truths about how we
Technically
lay
not a
it down.
republic, but go ahead.
We, the Riders, welcome all thrill seekers to the Republic.
Oh, here, this doesn't look like it's got violence in it. I mean, like, people maybe get hurt, but
Proponents
not
of
because of
madness,
someone else.
Get ready for radness. We, the Riders, salute the rationality of irrationality.
Oh, no, don't like that. I do not like that.
Say that friends who slay together, stay together. Gather your best friends and go crazy, baby.
What is this location? Oh God. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna see some oopsie doopsies in this one.
If you ride, the Republic will abide. Go rogue or go home.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, no. Okay, somebody get Matt on the horn. He's going to love
We,
this.
the riders, insist that you do you always. Outrace, out-trick,
Yeah.
outperform,
Yeah.
and gain some cred.
Dave
by
Mira,
sharing the magic
BMX,
with the rest of the
Pro
Republic.
BMX 2. We finally brought it back, baby. Tony Hawk's big again, and guess what? So is Dave Mira.
Boards, planks, spikes or wings, whatever bakes your cake. Be it road, freestyle, slopestyle, enduro, or downhill. As you
Neat.
grow, the trip gets
I still don't know what this is.
And it'll help
Is
you
it
drop
Steve?
bigger clips. We the riders assure epic events to
Let's
fill.
fast forward just a little bit. Getting a little bored. Don't tell me this is the rest of the press conference. I mean, whatever this is, it looks fantastic. Visually. Ubisoft's always been good at that. But, and by that, I mean presenting things in
We the
trailers.
riders guarantee a ton of insane content.
Okay, well, I guess that's that. You know, not an incredible turnout from Ubisoft for them to have a second press conference like 2 months after they had one. I don't know what that's about. But I mean, some interesting stuff, right? Like, we see some. I don't know. I think some of that stuff looks cool. None of it excites me the way that Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity does.